Hey everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fagger here to continue my Fate Grand Order Lostbelt number 4 Let's Plays. So, we're just gonna jump right into this story-only chapter because it's there, so... Pop! Here we go. Story-only chapter, oh boy. Section 7. Return to the paradise, the shape of evil to be cut off. Dun-dun-dun. Alright. Let's see what happens. What's gonna happen? I don't know. Okay. We're moving forward on the wheel. Let's go. It's a nice, pretty day. We love to see that. I experienced the Kali Yuga ending several times after Ashvatthama was taken from me. I don't know who's talking right now. I felt the light of creation wrapping me in a tight embrace, just as powerless to do anything as the people absorbed in their worthless prayers. I have no idea who's talking. As long as the god of this world doesn't consider you defective, at least there's no pain, you don't feel it. The light just keeps getting brighter, blinding you and even numbing you to the passage of time. The next thing you know, you're back where you started, only everything around you's been changed. I don't know what the locals make of that experience, but it was awful enough to almost make me vomit. I'd rather stick my head inside a festering... Oh. I'd rather stick my head inside a festering dead body or kiss a pile of excrement from a prison cell without plumbing. Jesus. Those options might be revolting, but at least I wouldn't have to be so frightened. So while I hate to admit it, when that light finally subsided and I found myself standing there, who's talking? I would be relieved that I had avoided being taken away. But it was never long after that my relief turned to worry, to the point that I could barely think straight. Maybe I just got lucky this time. What about the next time? Or the time after that? So in retrospect, it was inevitable that I would take action like this sooner or later. This time, I managed to avoid the light by escaping to the reverse side of the world, so I thought I might feel differently now. But surprisingly, nothing changed. Who is talking? Is this Fox Girl? Who is this? Upon laying my eyes on the new world of the cycle, I felt the same thing as always, loathing and discomfort. I think this is her? Konyansakaya, I think, to use more contemporary slang. I just can't even with this world. I guess it's God bothers me even more than I expected. Is this her talking? In many ways, it's a perfect world. And yet, it's also just unbearable. Who? Whoopst was that? Who? This is back to me, but like, who was that? Where are we now? Oh! Oh!
The air smells sweet. There's water and flowers everywhere you look, and there's a calm and gentle breeze. What is this place?
Want to know the most surprising part is? You're standing in almost the same spot that we zero-sailed from. Okay. Our location didn't change. The entire rest of this world did. Thankfully, there are no hostiles in the immediate area. Let's begin by paying another visit to the town of Baichu. Oh, hi Pepe, you're here too.
Is something wrong, Pepe? You look kind of angry.
What's that? You're jealous of how soft and smooth my skin is? Why, it's all in the upkeep, huh? God. I like this dude though, he's funny. Unlike Miss Never-Changing Akuta, I actually have to work to make sure I look this good. Go on, feel how supple my cheeks are for yourself. They're my pride and joy, you know. Which ones?
That's okay.
Oh, silly, there's no need to be shy. But anywho, going to visit that town next sounds just dandy. The topography and plant life changes that come with the new Yuga are all just surface level details. The thing that changed the most after what Arjuna did will have been the people. Okay, let's go check the town. Understood. But make sure to keep the border's location in mind at all times from now on, Sarah. Gotcha, because we may need to just run. I don't want us to ever have to run for our lives like that again, if we can help it, yeah. We're probably gonna have to at some point. What in the... Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wow, there's not a single brick out of place now. In fact, this is exactly what the town looked like when I first came to this world. I can't believe it. It's like the collie never attacked it at all. What in the world is going on? Then there's the people going about their lives here. They all look happy now. They're practically beaming.
Right, look who it is. Oh, you. Goodness, you're all okay. This is wonderful news, just wonderful. This truly must be the gods' will. All is right with the world once again. Oh, no, that isn't quite right, is it? First, I owe all of you an apology. So, everyone remembers dying? No matter how dire the circumstances were at the time, I should have never spoken to you like that. I know it won't be enough to truly make amends, but I'll be including all of you in my prayers from now on. I only ask that you please not hold what I said against the people of this lovely town.
Yesterday he wanted to run us out of town, and now he's happy to see us? Whoa, whoa!
Even Foe's doing that? Nothing like that? Didn't you say we were godless heretics you wanted nothing to do with? Don't be ridiculous. The fact that you're here now is proof you overcame last night's Yuga's difficulties with us. That makes you all one of us now. You are our friends, our family, our Kazoku. And not only that, today's the blessed first day of that Yuga, the Yuga of Peace. Are you hungry? If you like, you're welcome to come and eat with me at my mansion. Or would you prefer some fine ornaments for the young ladies? We also have plenty of beautiful flowers. We kind of want to explore the town, so we're good? I see. Well, that's a pity. I was hoping to introduce you to the rest of the townspeople. Oh, by the way, that mansion over there is my house. I'm afraid it ended up that big on account of my being mayor. It's very embarrassing, living somewhere as ostensious as that, but it's not without meaning. Please, feel free to come visit whenever you have the time. You'll always be welcome in my home. Good day, then. Okay, bye, dude. Weird.
What the heck? I've never seen someone go from that jerkwad to a sweetheart in no time flat like that. He seemed elated.
It's probably because the Yuga is the Yuga of happiness. Tends to make the most of the locals friendly and kind-hearted. Though, of course, I'm sure there are exceptions. Like her dad. You guys again?
Oh, Master, it's that guy. It's Jai?
I am probably saying it. I'm butchering it. I know I am.
He doesn't seem any different now than he did before. I'm not judging either way. I'm just surprised how simply hearing him click his tongue again has made me feel so relieved. And then there's... It's you guys! This is such a surprise! made it to the new Yuga, huh? That's great!
Did the dog make it?
Yes, it wasn't easy, but we did make it. I'm glad to see I'm glad to see you're okay too, Asha. I sure am. I prayed extra hard, so I didn't get hurt at all. I see. That's wonderful. Oh, but speaking of hurt, is your dog, Vihan, okay? He hurt his leg before the Kali Yuga, right? I don't see him with you.
Oh no, did the dog not make it?
Huh?
Oh no, the dog didn't make it.
Huh?
That hurts. Ow.
Who's Vihan? It's your dog, honey. It's your dog. It's your dog.
But apparently you don't remember because, I don't know, he must have got wiped from existence because Arjuna Alter decided that he wasn't needed, so that's my assumption. We'll be fine. Surely we'll be fine. Okay, so why doesn't she remember her dog? And why did it get wiped from existence?
Oh.
Alright, should be safe to discuss this now that we've come this far. What's the meaning of this? This world runs on the Yuga cycle, but needless to say, these aren't proper Yugas. A real Yuga, or Yuga depending, all these different Yugas, depending on who you ask, is supposed to last for 4,800 years. Then the Treta Yuga is supposed to last for, for 3,600 years. The other Yuga for 2,400. And the Kali Yuga for 1,200. And on top of that, these are in God years, where each one is equivalent to 360 human years. That's a lot of years. Suffice to say, we're talking about a really long cycle. Whereas in this world, it would seem only the ratios get ratioed have been preserved, given that each Yuga is apparently 4, 3, 2, and 1 day long, respectively. That's right, but the people I've talked to here said things weren't always like this. It used to be that the Yuga cycle lasted for hundreds of years, or maybe even longer. So that is what this world was like immediately after it was pruned away and became a Lostbelt. Right. I'm sure the periods where the Kali would show up had to have been proportionally longer back then. But I'd also bet they showed up less frequently than they do now. Otherwise, the people here would have gone extinct long ago. But over time, the cycle got shorter and shorter, and now it only lasts for 10 days. I have to think that drastically shortened cycle is why there are so many more Kali now. Makes sense to me. They used to only be let out a bit at a time, but now the floodgates have been opened, so to speak.
Why did Arjuna shorten the Yuga cycle so much?
I don't know. Because he's weird. Part of it is thanks to that disciple pouring poison in his ear, like I said earlier. And part of it is that the Tree of Emptiness has given him power that he didn't have before that lets him do so. Yes, I know that only addresses the how, not the why. I'm getting to that. I think the reason he sped up things so much is to reach whatever end he has in mind for all of this much faster. In short, it looks like he's in a rush to create his perfect world. Why, though? What do you mean by that? And why? Okay, now I can finally answer the question that's been plaguing all of you. What exactly happened earlier? The answer is that something unique Arjuna does. Something that isn't meant to happen in a normal Yuga. Get rid of things that aren't important, aka, I guess, a dog. Whenever one of these shortened Yuga cycles comes to an end, he purges everything he considers defective and unnecessary from this world. So the dog wasn't necessary. That's unlucky. I'm sorry, Vihan. He believes that by repeating that process over and over, he'll eventually arrive at a perfect world devoid of anything that it shouldn't have, or at least he thinks of it evil. A dog was evil in his eyes. Okay, cringe, Arjuna. Cringe.
Damn, that's one hell of a destination.
I see. So by purging this, this purging must include living things, not just inanimate objects. Whoa. Right. And as far as I can tell, when a living thing is purged, it's like it never even existed. So that's what happened to that poor dog that couldn't run after breaking its leg. Oh, so imagine if he gets rid of her dad eggs. Or her.
I can't believe it. Asha loved that dog more than anything. Now, she doesn't even remember him. Yeah, that's harsh.
It happened to anyone who's unlucky enough to be killed by a colleague too. That's a sort of disqualifying offense. Same goes for people who end up as social, whatever that word is, or Arjuna himself ends up judging you to be flawed. When the next Yuga rolls around, they just cease to exist. It might sound contradictory, but I think Arjuna adjusts for things like that whenever he remakes the world. I see. That would explain how and discontinuity can exist simultaneously in a new Yuga. For example, Asha may have completely forgotten her beloved dog, but she still remembered all of you. But how does such a thing even work? I'm not entirely sure myself, but I can tell you what that blabbermouth disciple of the foreign god said. He said Arjuna collects every bit of data that makes up the world whenever he blows it away, kind of like a snapshot. Then, when it's time to begin the new Yuga, he uses that data, let's call it Snapshot A, to reassemble the world. As he puts everything back together, he removes all the elements he deemed defective and unnecessary. And in the end, he has a new world based on Snapshot A, but reflecting the changes he's made.
Oh, I get it. He's a cheater. He's basically hacking his save data, changing the parameters to suit his preferences before reloading it. Cheaters, the scum of gamers everywhere.
Truing.
Don't they know hacking saves takes all the fun out of it?
He's not doing this to have fun. All he cares about is making what he considers to be a perfect world. A world consisting of only what is truly necessary, with nothing wasted or evil to be found. Well, he's gonna have a hell of a time when he realizes that everything can technically be evil.
Aha. Now I know what genre he's playing too. He's into 4X games. What the fuck is a 4X game?
Oh yeah, one of those. I've never heard that term in my life.
A 4X game is a simulation where the player just sets the initial perimeters and then the world just sort of plays out from there.
Oh, okay, I see.
And if you're a cheater, if something happens in your sim that you don't like, say if an enemy nation takes you by surprise and invades you, you save your game, hack your data, and reload. And it's like the enemy nation that was bothering you never existed.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
That's the kind of thing we're talking about here, right? Arjuna's just doing that over and over until he wins, right?
But there is no winning when it comes to humans. Arjuna, you're an idiot.
I swear, what's the point of even playing if you're just gonna cheat to win? Death to cheaters, that's what I say.
Huh. I guess people just care about the destination, not the journey, which is kind of cringe. Kind of cringe. Kind of crungo.
Video game analogies aside, if that's true, it sounds like Arjuna is in remaking the world from scratch every time he resets the cycle then. Instead, he's basically treating the world like a model, adding new parts and removing old ones.
Then it would stand to reason that, strictly speaking, the people here may not be dying and being brought back to life.
Yeah, it would seem more likely that everything down to their soul is being saved as data. And that their memories are being modified when they're put back into the new world. And if that's the case, we're talking about a much smaller scale feat than creating the entire universe from nothing. It's still a big friggin' deal, don't get me wrong. But if Arjuna's got every Indian divinity and support from the Tree of Emptiness, it's theoretically possible.
Beginning to see the larger picture. There's something about this Lostbelt that was almost reminiscent of a singularity. Truing. The Russian, Scandinavian, and Chinese Lostbelts we've seen so far were all the result of a world where some definite event happened in their respective past to dramatically change the course of history. But this Indian Lostbelt is still in the middle of its definite event. Here, its king is continually trying to evolve this world by regularly recreating it with the perimeters that would be unthinkable in proper human history. While he has yet to reach his goal of a perfected world, and I suspect the reason of this world was pruned is that the very act of trying to change it in such a manner was considered a mistake. Oh, hi, you. What is it, Director Gordoff? If you have any questions, please, go right ahead. He's gonna say, enemies behind you at 10 o'clock. Oh, or not. Do you ever shut up? I don't mind you explaining things, but I insist you do so concisely in a report I can read at my leisure. You just gave me flashbacks to one of my teachers in my clock tower days, who would lecture me for what felt like days on end. Who cares if the people here are technically dying or not when this world is remade? We do. The part that actually matters is that we die. We will die if we are caught in that. I suppose you do have a point. Of course I do. Now then, I say we pivot this discussion to more practical matters, namely, how do we stay safe, and what is our next course of action? You there, PEPE. It's only by my good graces that you're running around outside instead of being confined in the border under lock and key. Now repay the favor by telling us something we can use, damn it! Something you can use. Well, I guess I can think of one thing. Pulling off a feat that massive takes a lot out of Arjuna, so he isn't able to move around much. And I don't just mean by that long stretch of time at the end of the Kali Yuga when he changes up that noble phantasm. I'm pretty sure that unlike most servants, he doesn't do much of anything the rest of that time either. I guess he just doesn't have access to the energy he would need to do more than ride that Vimana of his. I think that's how he spends most of his time, just riding around the Tree of Emptiness on his Vimana. Of course, he might look like he's spacing out up there, but I'm sure he's actually keeping a close eye out for the next bit of evil to purge. It's probably got something to do with containing so many powerful divinities within himself. It would also explain why he seems so devoid of personality.
But then, Isn't that exactly why he would need the other servants to handle other things for him?
Ashwatthama did say something about that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I think he called himself a Lokapala?
Lokapala. In original Indian mythology, Lokapala were said to protect the world. They were guardians of all directions. Though I don't know what that could mean. Neither do I. We do know who their Nezha is now, but who were those other two servants? I'm afraid I don't know. I was already on the outs with Arjuna when he got around to summoning them. By that time, he just considered me an outsider he didn't need to worry about, though since I'm Ashwatthama's former master, he did tell me his servants to eliminate me if they happen to see me. Oh, that's lovely. Suffice to say, I have no idea what their true names are, though I get the feeling they're an archer and a caster.
I think I can make an educated guess, but there's no point in speculation at this point. We need solid info.
Well, it seems like a good time to tell you that those servants are not the only enemies we face here. There's one right behind you. There are also sacred beasts, the mystical creatures that people here refer to as the agents of God. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, those. They're primitive guardian beasts Arjuna made to counteract the Kali. They manifest naturally. And since there are almost no Kali during the peaceful Yuga, the beasts are supposed to just wander around like normal animals. Supposed to? Oh my, you're a better listener than I took you for. Attentiveness is a wonderful quality, you know. Yep, there they are.
Sacred beast!
I guess that means Arjuna really doesn't want us here then. So of course, they'll attack us on sight now, just like the Kali. You said these beasts wander around just like ordinary animals, yes? Then we clearly can't let our guard down just because it's the peaceful Yuga now. Still, I don't know if it's the sunshine or what, but my body feels lighter now. It shouldn't take long.
Yeah, I'll show you guys how well I can hold my own in a fight. Or at least I hope I'll be able to.
Okay, let's go. Alright. This will be easy. Probably. Probably. Probably easy. Get him. Kill him. Kill them all. Murder them. What I've gathered from this, though, is that Arjuna alters a dum-dum. Not the one I'm using, but the one in the story. Because he's gonna end up with a perfect world devoted people, eventually. If this continues. Surprised it hasn't happened yet. But we'll see where this takes us, because we'll probably have to smack some sense into him, because he's, oh please do not kill him. Like, dude, chill. Dude, chill. Okay, good, because I was like, dude, chill. It's like, dude, chill out. Now we just pop all the skills so that we can destroy all of them. And one more. Alright, Arjuna Altar, it is your time to shine, honey. So do it. Do it. Kill them. And easy clap. Merlin, you're kind of standing in the water there, bro. I guess it's fine. I guess he's okay with it. Now more story. More story. More story chapters. More talking. Fun. Okay, now that we've gone over how things generally work in this Lostbelt, what do you think of it? Well, what do I think? I miss the dog. Badly. Vihan, best character. I don't think it's right. Pop.
Me neither. Asha and Vihan looked to me like they were the best of friends. They were like family. And I'm positive that had nothing to do with how well Vihan could or couldn't run. It didn't matter how well he could hunt or stand guard either. As far as Asha was concerned, she just loved him and wanted him to stay by her side. Oh! So if the god of this world had just erased their relationship for his own reasons, what happens to all the love she had for him, all the happiness she felt when they were together? Where does it go?
You said it.
Foo foo!
Amazing. The same girl who used to resemble nothing so much as a living doll, expounding on love. Oh, this is just precious. I think I'm going to cry. Although, I wonder what Beryl would say if he saw this new mash. Probably... You know, I don't want to think about that, dude. Allow me to offer some criticism of this world from a different perspective. I'm sure it's been some time since a calendar meant anything in this world, but for the purposes of our discussion, let's say here the year here is 2021. As I'm sure you're aware from visiting the nearby town, civilization here has not advanced anything as far as in proper human history. That is not to say I only value post-industrial age advances, or that I have no appreciation for a life lived in harmony with nature. I assure you, neither is true. I am merely saying that civilization as a whole has clearly not progressed here when compared to proper human history. That aspect alone is enough for me to declare this world a far cry from anything approaching the ideal. The march of civilization has stalled here just like in the Chinese Lostbelt, albeit for very different reasons.
And it hardly needs saying, but I don't like the way this god does things either. Cheaters get permaban, that's what I say. On another note, is everything okay, Rama? Something on your mind?
I just realized something. Arjuna has obtained every Indian divinity in this Lostbelt's history, right? Then that would mean Sita is one of them. Oh, fuck. Really? Hopefully. Just as I am an avatar of Vishnu, Sita is an avatar of Vishnu's consort, Lakshmi. Words. Of course, that doesn't mean that they are one and the same, but they're certainly close enough. So then, what should I do? What else? I have to save her. That is who I am. It's my very reason for existing. So love is your main motivation for defeating Arjuna. Well, that's just beautiful.
What do you think of Arjuna, Pepe?
Me? It's like I said. I thought he and this world were a dead end the moment I met him. Can't get much further from my type than this version of Arjuna. He might be a pretty face, but that soul of his is ugly as sin.
Master, there may not be any need for me to say this, but please let me say it again anyway. PEPE is a good person. I believe we can trust him, and I think we should work together with him on this.
Looks like we're both on the same page, Mash. Aw, that's sweet. Thanks, you two. Nonetheless, the fact remains that you are a crypter. Are you truly about to let your assigned Lostbelt be destroyed? What will you say to the others? Why, I'll just say I did my best, but it wasn't good enough. Oopsie. I don't want to get on their bad side either. I'm just going with the flow here. Huh. Well, I trust you even less now. If you're so easygoing, why did you join the crypters in the first place? You could have just turned them down from the start. Well, that was a cruel thing to say. Huh? Circumstantial change confirmed. I have a proposal for you, chosen ones. An offer for those of you who were cast aside. If you desire acclamation, then choose rebirth. If you desire indolence, then choose eternal sleep. It makes no difference to a god. Okay? I didn't want to have to tell you this, but we didn't have any choice. Thawing the coffins might not sound like a big deal, but it's basically like recovering dead bodies. We were all dead in there. We were never going to wake up from that darkness. But then, the foreign god came to us and told us, you may live on as a crypter or die as a master. And that was that. Honestly, I still don't know who or what the foreign god is. Kurukshetra seems like he does, but he's not one to talk. All I know, in exchange for me giving new life, we were to be thrown onto this newly wiped clean world and put in charge of growing our respective Lostbelt's tree of emptiness. Of course, I know we betrayed all of mankind when we chose to leave our coffins as cryptos, so I'm not under any illusion that we're the real victims here. I'll even admit that I thought this game to see who will get to be king of the world sounded fun. Whatever will be, you know. If an old monk friend of mine were here now, he'd probably say something like, you guys were just unlucky. Unlucky rubber ducky. Still, there's nothing to be gained from cursing your fate, and besides, I was already getting bored with it. So I'm just going to do the best I can and try not to throw my life away for nothing. I'm not going to sell out my fellow crypters, and I have no desire to fight all of you to the death either. And since that works out for both of us, isn't that good enough for now?
Then, does that mean nobody on Team A willingly chose to side with the foreign god?
I don't know about all of us, but me, Karak, and Ophelia sure didn't. Oh, wait, I guess Ophelia's an exception. She swore to become a crypter for her own very personal reasons.
Then please just tell me one thing. Where does the name Crypters come from? Is that a code name for something? Did the foreign god give it to you?
Yeah, but explain that. No way! You're really bringing that up now? Oh, right. I just remembered. You never knew this, did you, Mashi? Now it all makes sense! The name Cryptos. What? Comes from director Marsbury. It was the title he gave to the special masters who were chosen for Team A. Interesting. Okay, wasn't expecting that. Anywho, let's talk about how exactly we can go about beating Arjuna. Cause I'll be honest, I've got nothing. This is no laughing matter. He even shrugged off my noble phantasm like it was nothing. I miss Karna. Although, now I understand why. It's because his very divine existence is just that strong. There's no trick or even magecraft involved. It's just what he is. Plain and simple.
Jeez, so even he cheats just by existing? How in the world are we supposed to beat him then?
Honestly, you're in much worse shape to fight him now than Carney's out. Now that Carney's out of the picture. I just don't see how Ganesha there could ever fill his shoes, no matter how hard she tries.
Hey, you don't have to rub it in. Believe me, I'm aware.
Maybe there's someone else who could help us? Maybe? True. There could be another rogue servant here. If we could find them and win them over, it would be the fastest and surest way of bolstering our ranks. That would be great, but it is a big if.
Well, if there's anyone else like Ganesha around here, there's a good chance someone in town might know about them. Why don't we head back to Baichu again and see what we can find out?
Sounds good to me. Then what are we all waiting for? Like they say, no road is long with company. With good company, and it's best to make hay while the sun shines. Eee! Don't worry about a thing. I'll make sure we never run out of things to talk about on the way. I can't say that was actually a concern. Alright, so we're gonna go back to town. Okay. Everyone's having a good time, I guess. Mash, are you okay? We didn't have any choice. Yeah.
That's right. I'd forgotten that. Everyone had their reasons for making the choices they did. That's why things ended up like this.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yup. Yup. You're a fucker. We hate you. I don't know about you, really.
Nice people. Not so nice people. People who were interested in me. People who weren't interested in me. I know everyone on Team A. I'd forgotten I knew that. I only just remembered that there were also people who lived in Chaldea.
Uh-huh.
That's why, right now, if I was stronger, maybe I wouldn't be feeling so conflicted right now. If only I was a perfect demi-servant then.
Mash, you good?
Fall? Oh, sorry. It's nothing. It looks like we're almost there. I already have an idea who we can talk to first. It would be great if she knows something.
Okay, Mashu, careful.
Other gods. I guess you haven't heard anything then.
Maybe just using the word God isn't the best way to go about it. It might be better to take a different approach. We're looking for someone who is very much out of place in this world. In other words, someone who finds this place as wrong as we do. someone like that exists, they'd probably be out fighting Kali regardless of what Yuga it is. So the question we should be asking is... Here, little miss, let me put it to you this way. Have you heard any rumors about naughty heretics who don't obey your god's teachings? Oh, besides us, of course.
Oh, I think the mayor would probably know something about that.
Alright, let's go talk to him. Well, I wouldn't call them bad exactly. Everything alive in this world is God's creation after all. But I would say they're just a bit too focused on the wrong things, unfortunately. Nonetheless, yes, I have heard there are people like that in the village on the other side of the mountain. Okay, so time to go climb a mountain. I'm told they spend most of their time taking up weapons and fighting Kali in defiance of the god's teachings. They certainly do things differently than we do in Baichu, where we accept God's trials and piety with grace. And grace. But I suppose that is just the way they choose to live their lives. Alrighty, we got a plan.
It's still a bit shocking how much more amenable he is now compared to when we first met him. But at any rate, this is great. Now we have a promising lead. Let's head for this village right away, Master.
Sounds good to me, but just be aware that you might not be able to get there by nightfall. I think it's better if we don't move around too much in the middle of the night, so we find a good place to make camp. Don't be shy about doing just that, okay?
Don't worry about that. I hate going on a forced march. I have to go hiking and make sure to take it nice and slow. As long as I'm around, I won't be letting anyone push themselves too hard, not even if they want to.
Okay, Ganesha. Thank you, I guess. Out of weird consideration. Okay, we're going to a cave first. Secluded Cave. What's in this secluded cave? Who knows? Probably where we're going to rest for the night. And she's sleeping. She do be sleeping.
We'll be heading back out at dawn, Pepe. Are you sure you don't need to get some sleep?
What about you, Mashi? You're still standing watch this late?
I'm a demi-servant, so I'm fine going without sleep for a while.
Funny how you're okay without sleep, but the divine servant over there apparently can't get enough. Well, that's okay. This works out nicely for me. Mind if I stand and watch with you for a while?
No, that's fine with me.
That was only a pretense, of course. I was actually just waiting for a good chance to ask you this. Did you get a chance to talk to Ophelia?
Yes, I did. We didn't have a lot of time, but I still feel like we said a lot. Much more than we ever expressed to each other in Chaldea.
I'm glad to hear that. She always did want to have a good heart-to-heart with you, I could tell. So, what'd you talk about?
Well, one of our topics was romance.
Oh, wait, this is getting spicy. No way! Seriously? Aw, what I wouldn't give to have been a fly on the wall for that. I can't think of anything better than Ophelia talking about a romance. I can just imagine the three of us chatting over a nice cup of tea, passing hours in the blink of an eye.
Do you know what happened to everyone, Pepe?
I heard what happened from Kishitara and the others. Yes, but those are just boring old facts. That's not what I really want to know. That's why I wanted to ask you about them directly.
I see. I don't think there's anything I need to keep secret, so I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Even though I'm a crypter? Even though I'm your enemy?
Yes, I remembered that. Despite everything that's happened, we're still both members of Team A. That hasn't changed just because you're a crypter now, too.
I see. Well, thank you. Don't tell him something you probably shouldn't tell him. I'm sure Kodak, Ophelia, and Akata are frustrated by how things turned out, but I doubt they have any regrets while one of them's dead. Two of them? I don't remember now. I think just one of them. So now they all fought bravely, huh? And here I am, just pathetically doing whatever I can to survive.
I don't think that's anything you need to feel bad about.
Hey, I'm still on the crypter's side. I can't help but be frustrated too. No matter how hard it is to survive, I still find myself thinking there might have been a better way to end things. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring down the mood. If things don't go your way, even after you've struggled as much as you can, your only choice is to give up and move on. I just had to come to terms with that again. That's just my lot in life, I'm afraid. Nothing I do quite ever seems to work out.
Really? But you've always seemed to me like you excel at everything you do.
That's only because I stick to things I know I can do. No, I'm talking about fate and destiny. But hey, that can be extremely motivating in its own right. And it's not like I've given up on everything, you know. Alright, I think it's time I go to bed. A complexion this perfect requires plenty of sleep. Besides, how could I look Ophelia in the eye if I neglected my own skincare after I kept admonishing her? Thank you for telling me what happened with the other crypters, Mashi. Good night.
Of course. Good night, Pepe.
Alrighty, probably... I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I can't tell yet. I can't tell if telling him things is quite good or bad, but it's probably fine. It's probably fine, Copium. I don't know. But, oh boy. Oh gosh, we're only like section 8 here. We got like so much more to go. It's crazy, but I'm wondering if he's gonna turn on us at some point. Also, what servant are we about to meet? Assumingly we're going to meet a servant here. I'm not entirely sure, but I think we are. But I don't know. That's the thing. And who would it be? Like, I don't really know. But I hope telling him things and I just hope he doesn't turn on us, because I feel like he's going to, and that's gonna be really bad and like sad in a way, because Pepe seems like a genuinely like good dude. Like, Kodak seemed like a fine dude. Like, so far all of them have seemed like okay people. They just have their own ideals, and it just contrasts with ours, so that's why we're like, oh, you're our enemy, but like, they're doing what they think is right, and we're doing what we think is right, so it's kind of like this line that, you know, we're both on different sides of the spectrum here or whatever, and it's like, bro, chill. We gotta come together, you know, be friends, but we're not gonna do that probably. I do think Pepe will probably, you know, I don't know, will he turn on us? Because I hope he doesn't, because I like him. He's a cool character. I just don't want him to turn on us and be like, oh, the information that Mash gave me, Kishitara, here you go. Blah, 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 blah. You know, I don't know. It worries me. It worries me a lot that that's a thing. I just don't want him to. Like, what's going on with Kodak right now? Because him and Akata, I can't remember what happened to Akata. It's been so long since I've done that last Lostbelt. I can't remember what happened to her. I don't think she died. I know Ophelia died, because I remember that, and it was very sad and depressing. But, what happened to Akata? Or, you know, I can't remember. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look at my videos, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. All of that is free for you to do. Helps me out a lot, gets the video in the algorithm and all that stuff, and I need, people to see these videos, because I put a lot of hard work into doing the voices, because I like doing voice acting, so it's like, if people see the videos and see how hard I'm working, that's pog. That's poggers. Don't be crungo, okay? Don't be cringe. Don't be cringe and just leave the video. I bet nobody even made it. Hey, if you made it to this point, cookie. You know what? If you made it to this point in the video, you are guaranteed a Castoria. Bet. And if you did make it to this point of the video, I want you to type in the comments, I am guaranteed a Castoria. I am guaranteed a Castoria. Or something like that, Like, let me know if you actually made it at this point in the video. I'm curious how many people actually make it to, like, the end of these videos where, because I feel like most people don't. And I know it's a long time coming, and I know I've been slacking on my, Fate Grand or Lostbelt Let's Plays, and I'm sorry about that, chat. I called you chat like I'm streaming, but I'm not streaming. Streamer brain, but I do hope you still enjoy these videos. I'm trying to kind of go through the story more now, because I genuinely do want to know what happens in the story. I'm still very invested in Fate Grand Order story. It's just, sometimes life gets in the way, and then you just can't do the things that you want to do, like just sit down and play a video game and record it and all that stuff. Sometimes these things happen. It kind of sucks, but hey, we're definitely trying to push through. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this, like, anytime soon. This Lostbelt's pretty long, sort of. It's pretty long. It looks like a pretty long Lostbelt to me, but we'll have to see how far this is going to go, and, like, because I believe there's, like, 2 more after this, and I'm like, there's 2 more, and then another one after that, and, like, it's like, there's a lot of story for me to catch up on, and it's like, yikes, that's a lot of story, so we'll have to see how all of that goes, and where we end up. Hopefully I can catch up. I don't think I can catch up before Castoria. I truly don't, but we'll have to see. We will have to see if I can catch up before Castoria comes out, which I do not think I can. Even if I pushed, like, every single fucking day. I do not think. But who knows? Who knows? Who can say, really? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz. And I will see you guys in the next video, whatever it might be. And don't forget to check out my streams over on Twitch. And there'll be a thing on the screen here, like, this is my Twitch, and it's in it's everywhere. Anyway, go there and, all that stuff. So I'll see you guys whenever. Alright? Bye-bye!